So my thing is, you have to pick one side. You can't argue both sides. You can't say you want a realistic Call of Duty by getting rid of the mini map, but then at the same time, that same person is wanting the slide canceling in Call of Duty. You have to pick one side. You can't have both. Hey yo, how y'all doing? What's been good? It's nice to meet. You should keep it locked. You know you rocking with the UPB. Guys, the beta is finally here. We are on day 2 of the early access PlayStation beta for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Now, I don't know how many of you guys have PlayStation. I don't know how many of you guys have been playing the beta, but boy, is it interesting. The game is very interesting. It's been fun though. It's nice to have something else to play other than like Modern Warfare 2019, even though it's like a sequel, and then Cold War. In this video, I'm just gonna give my thoughts on the beta. I've been playing it since yesterday. I've been playing it. I got off work at 9 o'clock last night. I stayed up until like 3 a.m. playing it. So I have a few hours on the beta right now. So here's my thoughts. As you've seen, as you've probably heard, as you all probably know, that this game is a direct sequel to Modern Warfare 2019. So if you guys were expecting something new, if you guys were expecting a completely different game, well, that ain't it. The game is very similar to Modern Warfare 2019 in terms of movement and everything like that. Obviously, they didn't copy and paste the game, you know, in its entirety, but a lot of the features from the last game are in this game. Granted, again, it is a sequel to 2019. This is my first time ever playing PS5. I actually got a PS5 a few days ago, right before the beta dropped actually, and I bought the beta for PS5. I had a PS4, but I felt like my PS4 was gonna have a seizure if I if I tried to play the beta on it. So I just went ahead and finally got my hands on the PS5, which I will be honest, I am a little disappointed in the console. Granted, probably because I've been playing on PC for so long, my standards were a little high. But it's not a bad console, but that's not what we're here to talk about. So me personally, I mean, it's been fun. Playing on PS5 has been an adjustment for me with the controller. So there are certain things about the game that I don't know if it's the game itself. I don't know if it's the fact that I'm playing on console with a controller that I've never used before, but there's a term that I've been using with the beta with this game that it's loose. The game seems very, very loose in terms of the recoil is very jumpy. The movement, I don't know, it might be the controller, it might be the console, but it's something that I've noticed when playing, throughout the night. And also, this controller on the PS5 is garbage. I can't stand it. I can't wait for it to drop on PC so I can use my scuffed PS4 controller because, bro, this is not it. There is one big thing I do want to talk about today, and that is the realism of the game. Now, obviously, it is still a beta, and there's a lot of things they have to work out, and that's what the point of the beta is. They released the beta so the players can play, they can give feedback, especially the pros, they give a lot of feedback, and I feel like they take the pros feedback into more consideration. But that's what the beta's for. Now, obviously, the things they fix are going to be minor things like time to kill, balancing weapons, glitches, explosions, all that stuff, audio fixes, everything like that. But there is one core piece to the game that will not be fixed when the game drops. The one core piece that won't change is the realism factor. The way they designed this game, and just like 2019, in all the recent Call of Duties, is they're trying to make it so realistic. And this is why I think the disconnect is, over the years, they've been trying to make Call of Duty into this realistic game that nobody really asked for. Call of Duty has always been an arcade shooter where you run and gonna have a whole lot of fun. And that's why I really think the difference is between the older Call of Duties and the new Call of Duties. Before, you could hop on COD and just be fun, run around, do crazy, goofy stuff because it was an arcade fun shooter. But nowadays in Call of Duty, they're trying to make it so realistic when nobody really asked for that. And I really think that's where the player base is getting separated, because you have one half of the player base wanting that old school traditional Call of Duty, but then you got the other half of the player base chasing that realism. But let's be honest, back in the day, the realistic game was Battlefield. If you ever wanted to play a more realistic shooter game, you would always go to Battlefield. Now, granted, I'm not trying to compare the game to Battlefield, but I am saying when you talk about realism, that's the kind of vibe I feel. The way the guns move and the way the guns shoot, it feels like I'm playing a Battlefield game. Call of Duty has never felt like that. And here's where the contradiction happens. This is one of the things that bothers me the most about the whole one half one in realism, the other half one in arcade. You have one half of the community that is the tryhards that want the realism factor, and their biggest argument, one of the biggest things that's requested back in Call of Duty, is the minimap. But people claim, oh, the minimap isn't realistic, the minimap isn't real, in a real battlefield, in a real war zone. I'm not trying to play words here. It just felt that way. In war, you don't have a minimap, but at the same time, those same people that are complaining about the game not being realistic because the minimap or wanting to slide cancel all around the map. Well, last time I checked, John, I don't see people slide canceling in real life. So my thing is, you have to pick one side. You can't argue both sides. You can't say you want a realistic Call of Duty by getting rid of the mini map, but then at the same time, that same person is wanting the slide canceling in Call of Duty. You have to pick one side. You can't have both. Now, there are some cool new realistic features in the game that I actually really do like. This being one of them. I like the mantle idea, like if you want a mantle on the side of the building. But here's the thing about the realism factor again. Right now, in a real life, a soldier can do this, aim across, the side here and shoot. But also in real life, a soldier can move side to side when they're on a ledge. You can't move side to side here. It's not an option. Like, it doesn't let you move side to side. So it's so many things that go against what they say about what they're trying to do with the realism factor by not allowing it in all aspects. Now, me personally, I prefer the old school arcade like kind of style Call of Duty to where it was fun, to where you could hop in and just do crazy goofy stuff that you couldn't do in like Battlefield. Yeah, that's really my argument, man. When Prime Call of Duty was here, it was that fast-paced arcade shooter that everybody fell in love with. And if you notice, over the years, what started to decline? The player base, because it went away from their roots. Now, it's crazy to me how, all we've ever asked over the years as Call of Duty players is, that same feel back. And that's why I think everybody wants a remaster of Modern Warfare 2 or Black Ops 2, just because that was the prime Call of Duty. That was the arcade fun shooter. Overall, aside from the realism argument and it being realistic or whatnot, the game is not a bad game. Now, I'm gonna go completely off being biased on one of the arcade style here, but I'm gonna speak on the game itself. If I never knew what Call of Duty was, if I didn't know the passive Call of Duty or where it came from, I would hop on this game and genuinely enjoy it. Now, here's the scary part. This game will be here for 2 years. 2 years we will not have a new Call of Duty because I guess the cycle or whatever they did is different this year. So hopefully they can keep us entertained for a full 2 years, which I think they will be with, with Warzone 2 being a thing, which Warzone 2 sounds insane at this point. I'm excited to see how it looks on PC. The game looks good on PS5. I tried to load it on PS4 and it looked like I was playing Minecraft. It was really bad on PS4, but PS5 graphics look really good. I have been getting an inconsistent frame rate. I don't think I've been getting a constant 60 FPS. Since I'm recording and everything, I'm not even getting 120 as a default. So I haven't really been able to enjoy the full PS5 experience, but I'm really excited to see what it looks like on PC. I guess the one thing I can say about the beta, the one term I can use that I'm gonna even say for the entirety of the game when it drops, is the game is going to be very interesting. It's going to be interesting to see what they're going to do to keep the player base entertained for the 2 years, because I'm going to be honest, I hop on the game and I feel like I've played it before. Like I said before, they have different features from MW 2019, but at the end of the day, the core of the game is the same. Alrighty guys, I'm gonna wrap the video up here. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. This is just my thoughts and opinions on Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and just my thoughts about Call of Duty over the years on where it's gone and what this game is bringing us. And like I said, it's a great game. If I was never a fan of Call of Duty and hopped on it for the first time ever, I would be very excited. But as a Call of Duty player for years on end, it's not what we're used to. But change is sometimes good. Hopefully they can keep us entertained for 2 years. I know they got a lot more work to do in the beta before the final release. I know the game's gonna be good. If you guys haven't played it yet, make sure y'all check it out if you can. For those playing next weekend on Xbox and PC, I will see y'all on PC. But this weekend I'm rocking on PlayStation. But hopefully you guys did enjoy it. Again, if you did, please leave a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you're new. And yeah, it's been your boy Tay. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out. Run away from the past and the nonsense. Tired of toxic games, not an option. Made it up from the mud, I'ma find this. Taking off hella fast, I'm a Martian.